Welcome to Animal Uncovered. I'm your host, and today we're diving into the deepest, darkest corners of our planet's most unforgiving frontier, the Arctic Ocean. Imagine a world where time moves differently, where the sun disappears for months, darkness reigns supreme, and water temperature hovers just above freezing. This is a realm where life operates by different rules, where creatures have evolved to thrive in conditions that would be fatal to most living things. In these abyssal depths, moving with the unhurried grace of something that has all the time in the world, literally centuries, glides one of the ocean's most enigmatic predators, the Greenland shark, Somniosus microcephalus, the sleeper shark. A living fossil that has witnessed the rise and fall of civilizations, the birth and death of forests, the ebb and flow of ice ages. A creature so ancient that the oldest among them may have been alive when Shakespeare was writing his plays. Today, we're exploring the insane life cycle of an animal that defies everything we think we know about time, survival, and longevity. This is the story of the Greenland shark, the longest living vertebrate on Earth. Part 1. Born into the Eternal Twilight. Our story begins in the crushing depths of the Arctic Ocean, where light is nothing more than a memory, and the water is so cold it would stop your heart in minutes. Here, in a world of perpetual twilight, a pup is born, though we must admit we know almost nothing about this moment. The birth of a Greenland shark remains one of marine biology's greatest mysteries. What we do know is that this newborn enters a world where survival isn't about the next meal or the next day, it's about the next century. At birth, a Greenland shark pup is already a marvel of adaptation. Its flesh is antifreeze, its blood designed to flow in temperatures that would crystallize the life force of most creatures. But perhaps most remarkable is that this tiny predator has already been gifted with something extraordinary. Time. The pup begins life with a metabolism so slow it's almost philosophical. While other fish race through their lives in bursts of activity, the Greenland shark has chosen a different path, the path of patience. Its heart beats maybe once where others beat 10 times. Its movements are deliberate, almost meditative. It's as if evolution has whispered to this species, "You have all the time in the world, use it wisely." As the pup grows, it does so at a pace that would make a glacier seem hasty. According to research from marine biologists, these sharks grow only about 1 centimetre per year. Think about that for a moment. 1 centimetre. The width of your fingernail. In a year. It's a growth rate so slow it seems almost impossible, yet it's perfectly suited to the Arctic's harsh reality, where energy is precious and must be conserved at all costs. Part 2. The century-long childhood. As our young Greenland shark continues its glacial growth through the depths, we must confront one of the most mind-bending aspects of its existence. This shark will spend the next century and a half as a juvenile. A century and a half. To put this in perspective, a Greenland shark born today won't reach sexual maturity until the year 2175. Recent studies from the University of Copenhagen suggest that Greenland sharks don't reach sexual maturity until they're approximately 150 years old. This means that for a century and a half, every Greenland shark is essentially a child, learning, growing, adapting to its environment with the patience of geological time. During these formative decades, something peculiar happens. As the shark grows, it's likely to encounter one of the Arctic's most persistent residents, a small pinkish-white copepod called Omatocoita elongata. This tiny crustacean has an unusual preference for Greenland shark eyes. The parasite attaches itself to the shark's cornea permanently. As noted in research published in marine biology journals, this attachment causes severe visual impairment, essentially blinding the shark. But here's the fascinating part, it doesn't seem to matter. The Greenland shark continues to hunt, to thrive, to grow. It's developed other senses so acutely that sight becomes almost irrelevant. Picture this ancient predator, moving through the abyss with damaged eyes that glow faintly in the darkness, thanks to their unwelcome passengers. Where other predators might be crippled by such parasites, the Greenland shark simply adapts, relying on its acute sense of smell, its ability to detect electrical fields, and perhaps most importantly, its infinite patience. Part 3. The Art of Slow Hunting. As our Greenland shark continues its century-long adolescence, it's perfecting one of nature's most unusual hunting strategies. This is not the explosive burst of a great white or the calculated stalking of a tiger shark. This is something entirely different, the art of slow hunting. Research from the Arctic Research Institute has clocked these sharks at maximum speeds of just 2.6 kilometers per hour. To put this in perspective, the average human walking speed is about 5 kilometers per hour. Yet somehow these seemingly sluggish predators are successfully hunting seals, mammals that can swim at speeds of up to 25 kilometers per hour. How is this possible? The answer lies in the shark's mastery of stealth and patience. In the perpetual twilight of the Arctic depths, the Greenland shark has become a master of surprise. It may wait motionless for hours, even days, conserving every ounce of energy until the perfect moment presents itself. Some marine biologists theorize that these sharks may hunt sleeping seals, approaching them at their breathing holes in the ice with such stealth that their prey never knows what's coming. Others suggest that they may feed primarily on already dead or dying animals, acting as the Arctic's most efficient cleanup crew. Stomach content analyses have revealed an astonishing variety of prey, from Arctic cod and squid to seal remains and even pieces of polar bear and reindeer, suggesting these sharks are both active predators and opportunistic scavengers. This extreme efficiency isn't just a survival strategy, it's the key to the shark's extraordinary longevity. By living life in the slow lane, by conserving energy at every turn, the Greenland shark has unlocked one of biology's greatest secrets: how to live for centuries. Part 4. The Molecular Fountain of Youth. As our Greenland shark continues its slow dance through the Arctic depths, something remarkable is happening at the cellular level. While other organisms are aging, deteriorating, succumbing to the inevitable march of time, the Greenland shark seems to have discovered a different relationship with mortality. Recent groundbreaking research has begun to unlock the genetic secrets behind the Greenland shark's extraordinary longevity. Scientists have discovered that these sharks possess enhanced DNA repair mechanisms that allow them to live for centuries while maintaining their health and vitality. The key lies in their cellular maintenance systems. Their TP53 gene, often called the guardian of the genome, has undergone unique mutations that appear to provide superior protection against cancer and cellular aging. These sharks have evolved entire metabolic pathways designed for longevity. Their cells produce specialized proteins that protect against oxidative stress, the cellular damage that typically accumulates with age. Perhaps most remarkably, their immune systems appear to be virtually tireless. While most animals experience immune system decline with age, Greenland sharks maintain robust immune function for centuries. This may explain why they can live for so long with parasites attached to their eyes. Their immune systems have simply adapted to coexist with these hitchhikers. As noted by molecular biogerontologist Juan Pedro de Magalhães from the University of Birmingham, these sharks represent living laboratories for understanding aging itself. They are animals that live longer than human beings in the wild, without medicine or healthcare, defying every conventional understanding of vertebrate lifespan. Part 5. The Ancient Witness. By the time our Greenland shark reaches its 150th birthday, it's finally ready to reproduce. But consider what this animal has witnessed during its century and a half of growth. If it was born in 1875, it would have lived through the invention of the telephone, 2 world wars, the moon landing, and the digital revolution. It would have experienced the Industrial Revolution and the beginning of the climate change era. This is the profound reality of the Greenland shark's existence. Each individual is a living historical archive, a witness to changes that span human generations. The oldest sharks alive today may have been born before the American Civil War. Radiocarbon dating of Greenland shark eye lens proteins has revealed that the oldest known specimen was approximately 392 years old, with a margin of error that could make it as old as 512 years. This means that the oldest Greenland sharks alive today may have been born before the United States existed as a nation. The eye lens proteins that scientists use for dating are laid down during the shark's embryonic development and never replaced. They're essentially time capsules, containing carbon isotopes that reflect the atmospheric conditions when the shark was born. This technique has revolutionized our understanding of these ancient creatures. When these ancient sharks finally reach sexual maturity, they've earned it through sheer persistence. Female Greenland sharks can give birth to up to 10 pups at a time, and remarkably, they may continue reproducing for centuries. While most animals have limited reproductive windows, Greenland sharks appear to maintain their fertility for their entire extended lifespans. Part 6. The Deep Ecosystem Architect. As our Greenland shark enters its mature years, it becomes something more than just a predator. It becomes a keystone species, an ecosystem architect whose presence shapes the entire structure of Arctic marine life. In the deep waters of the Arctic, where energy is precious, the Greenland shark serves as a crucial link in the food web. As both predator and scavenger, it helps maintain the delicate balance of Arctic marine ecosystems. By feeding on the remains of large marine mammals, whales, seals, and even polar bears that have fallen through the ice, these sharks help redistribute nutrients throughout the water column. They're essentially the ocean's recycling system, breaking down large carcasses and making those nutrients available to smaller organisms. Their slow metabolism and efficient digestion mean that nutrients are released gradually, providing a steady supply of food for the entire ecosystem. This is particularly important in the Arctic, where the food web is relatively simple and every energy transfer matters. Recent studies have shown that Greenland sharks may also play a role in carbon sequestration. Their slow metabolism means they can carry carbon absorbed from their prey to deep waters, where it remains locked away for extended periods. Given their longevity, individual sharks may be carbon sinks for centuries. Part 7. Survival in a Changing World. As our ancient Greenland shark continues its centuries-long journey, it faces challenges that no previous generation of its species has ever encountered. The Arctic is changing at an unprecedented rate, and even creatures adapted for long-term survival must now contend with rapid environmental shifts. Climate change is warming the Arctic at twice the global average rate. Sea ice is retreating, water temperatures are rising, and the entire ecosystem is shifting. For a species that has survived by adapting slowly to gradual changes over millennia, these rapid alterations present new challenges. The retreat of sea ice affects the Greenland shark's hunting grounds. Many of their prey species depend on sea ice for breeding and resting. As ice coverage decreases, the distribution of prey species changes, potentially forcing these ancient predators to alter hunting strategies that have worked for centuries. Ocean acidification and increased human activity in the Arctic are additional concerns. As sea ice retreats, shipping routes are opening, bringing noise pollution, the risk of ship strikes, and potential contamination. These sharks have evolved in one of the planet's most pristine environments. The introduction of industrial pollutants could have effects we're only beginning to understand. Yet there's reason for hope. The Greenland shark's extraordinary longevity suggests an equally extraordinary ability to adapt. Their slow metabolism and efficient physiology may actually provide advantages in a changing world. Their long lifespans give them time to adapt to gradual changes, and their mobility allows them to move to new areas as conditions change. Part 8. The Living Archive. Our Greenland shark has now been alive for 3 centuries. It has witnessed the rise of the modern world, the transformation of the Arctic, and changes that would have been unimaginable to earlier generations of its species. Yet it continues to thrive, a living connection to an ancient world. These sharks are literally living fossils, carrying within their bodies the chemical signatures of centuries past. Their tissues contain chemical signatures from different historical periods, allowing scientists to reconstruct changes in Arctic ecosystems over centuries. They're like biological tree rings, recording the history of their environment in their very bodies. The proteins in their muscles, the minerals in their bones, the fatty acids in their tissues, all provide clues about historical ocean conditions, prey availability, and environmental changes. In essence, each Greenland shark is a swimming library of Arctic history. This remarkable longevity also raises profound questions about the nature of aging itself. How do these sharks maintain their health and vitality for so long? What can they teach us about the aging process in other species? Their existence challenges our fundamental assumptions about vertebrate lifespan and opens new avenues for longevity research. Perhaps most remarkably, these sharks show few signs of what we would recognize as aging. A 400-year-old Greenland shark appears to be in similar condition to a 200-year-old specimen. They maintain their health and vitality for centuries, only succumbing to injury, disease, or environmental catastrophe. Part 9. The Deep Wisdom. 400 years into its life, our Greenland shark has become one of the ocean's most enigmatic residents. It has survived longer than most tree species, outlived entire civilizations, and witnessed changes that span human history. The shark's daily life remains largely hidden from human observation. We know it can dive to depths of over 2,000 meters, entering the abyssal zone where darkness is absolute. In these depths, it moves with the patience of geological time, hunting in ways we can barely imagine. Its sensory world is alien to our experience. Blind or nearly blind from its copepod parasites, it navigates by electrical fields generated by other organisms. It can detect the faint electrical impulses of a seal's heartbeat from considerable distances. Its sense of smell is so acute that it can follow scent trails through the water, like a bloodhound following tracks on land. Recent research using acoustic telemetry has revealed that these sharks undertake extensive migrations, travelling thousands of kilometres between feeding and breeding areas. Some individuals have been tracked moving from the Canadian Arctic to the waters off Greenland, suggesting that their ranges may encompass the entire Arctic Ocean. But the full extent of their movements remains unknown, as does the purpose of many of their behaviours. We are still learning the most basic facts about how these ancient creatures live their extended lives. Part 10. The Ultimate Survivor. 500 years, half a millennium. Our Greenland shark has now lived longer than any known vertebrate in Earth's history. It has witnessed the rise and fall of entire civilizations, the transformation of the global climate, and changes that would have been unimaginable to its ancestors. This ancient creature survived by embracing the Arctic's harsh realities rather than fighting them. Where other animals struggle against the cold, the Greenland shark has made cold its ally. Where others burn energy trying to maintain body temperature, the shark has learned to function at the temperature of its environment. The shark's survival strategy is a masterclass in evolutionary adaptation. Every aspect of its biology is optimized for long-term survival rather than short-term success. Its slow growth rate ensures that it doesn't waste energy on rapid development. Its efficient metabolism means it can survive on limited food resources. Its robust immune system protects it from diseases and parasites. But perhaps the most important aspect of the shark's survival strategy is its flexibility. Despite its slow lifestyle, the Greenland shark has proven remarkably adaptable to changing conditions. It can hunt actively when prey is abundant or switch to scavenging when necessary. It can adjust its depth distribution based on water temperature changes. This adaptability has allowed Greenland sharks to survive environmental changes that have eliminated other species. They've survived ice ages, volcanic eruptions, and major climate shifts. They represent one of evolution's most successful experiments in long-term survival. Part 11. The Eternal Wanderer. As we conclude our journey through the insane life cycle of the Greenland shark, our ancient traveller continues its slow patrol through the Arctic depths. It has become something more than just a predator. It has become a symbol of endurance, a keeper of ancient wisdom, a living reminder of the deep time that underlies all life on Earth. This remarkable creature has shown us that survival is not just about strength or speed, but about patience, adaptation, and the wisdom to work with rather than against the forces of nature. Its extraordinary longevity demonstrates that there are many ways to live successfully on this planet, and that sometimes the secret to thriving is simply learning to slow down. The Greenland shark's story is still being written. Even now, as scientists work to understand its biology and behaviour, new discoveries are revealing the depth of its adaptations and the extent of its influence on the marine world. Each new research expedition adds another piece to the puzzle of this ancient creature. The Greenland shark will continue to swim through the Arctic waters long after we are gone, a living bridge between the past and the future, a keeper of ancient wisdom in a rapidly changing world. And in its slow, patient journey through the depths, it reminds us that some things endure, that life finds a way, and that the deepest wisdom often comes from those who have learned to wait. Thank you for tuning in to Animal Uncovered. Until next time.